Welcome to my channel. I am MGDev, and in a few tutorials I will show you how to do 2D platform game using the Godot Engine. But we will start with the basics. Click on the new project and let's create a new project and choose between OpenGL 3 and 2. OpenGL 3 is a higher visual quality, all features available incompatible with older hardware, not recommended for web games. OpenGL 2 is a lower visual quality, some features are not available, recommended for web games. I keep my projects in my documents in the folder Godot projects. Let's name our project Platform 2D Tutorial. I keep my projects in my documents in the folder Godot projects. And click on Create Folder. And Godot will create a Platform 2D Tutorial folder. And click Create and Edit. In the Godot Engine, every element in the scene is a node. We have three basic nodes in the engine: 2D, 3D and UI, user interface. To add a new node, click plus. And as you can see, this is add child node. To add a scene inside the current scene, click this, instance child scene. Here we have our project files and folders. They are in the res folder, res : and 2 slashes. And now I will create folders for our project. Click right mouse button and choose new folder, and I will create images, scripts, enemies, and tilesets. And then we have the inspector panel, and there are details about each node. For example, rotation, scaling, translation, z-index, and other options. In the node tab, we can add signals that a node has. At the top, we can switch between 2D, 3D, scripts and library resources, asset lib. 2D, 3D, scripts and asset library. Node 2D is a parent node for other nodes in 2D. Node 2D is a parent node. In the inspector panel we have such elements as position, rotation, scaling, z-index, visibility, position, rotation, degrees, scale, z-index, visibility, modulate. We can change a color using this option. And material. Material is related with shaders. Click on the node 2D and plus to add a child node. Spatial is a most basic 3D game object, parent of all 3D related nodes. Control is related with user interface. And as I said, node 2D is a parent node for other 2D nodes. And choose sprite. This is a general purpose sprite node. And click on texture and choose load. Choose icon PNG. Inside offset, click flip V, and the image will be flipped. Click H to flip sprite but horizontally. We can change position using this option. In X or Y axis. On the Y axis, values decrease upwards. And on the x-axis, values increase to the right and decrease to the left. Visible, and we can rotate using rotation degrees option. We can change size using scale option. This button can be used to restore to the default value. Visible makes visible makes the object disappear. Invisible. We can You can use a modulate to change a color or self-modulate. There are also various useful buttons at the top. This is a select mode. We can select and change a position. This is a move mode. This is rotate mode. Scale mode. Show a list of objects in this place. Change objects rotation pivot. Rotation pivot changes the center around which it will be object rotated. This is a ruler mode. We can measure distance, angle. Use smart snap, toggle smart snapping. Use grid snap, toggle grid snapping. Lock selected node. Lock the selected object in place, can be moved. Group selected nodes. Make sure the object children are not selectable. This is related with bones. Using view grid, we can show a grid. I will restore to default values using this button. Also offset, I will restore to default value. This scene is unsaved, so let me save it now. Scene files has got a TSCN type. I will save our scene as level 1 TSCN, and as you can see, we have level 1 TSCN in RES folder. Click this button to attach a new script or existing script to the selected node. Sprite.gd, and the programming language is a GDScript. GDScript is a programming language similar to Python. Inherits from Sprite. Template, we can choose empty script. And we will store our scripts in scripts folder. and every sprite, GDScript sprite, has got a GD extension. There are three basic functions in GDScript. This is a ready, process, and physics process. This icon means that the script was added to the sprite. A $sign means that we want to use a node in code. The position this is a position variable, and this is the same position as in position in the inspector panel, and X variable is the same as in the inspector panel. Print function shows the text in the output window. In the output window, in this place, play scene by the edited scene, and as you can see, we have all zeros because the value of X is 0 and the function print showed it. A few words about the documentation. When you press Ctrl below an element example position, the dash will appear. And we are now in the documentation about class Node2D. And we have only information about this class: description, properties, methods, method is a function, but this is a function which are inside a class. And for the function print, press Ctrl and click, and we are in documentation. Converts one or more arguments of any type to string in the best way possible and prints them to the console. And we have class GDScript, built-in GDScript functions. Click on sprite GD. If you click on search help, you can also search for information in the documentation, for example, classes, functions. And as you can see, sprite is a class. And we have properties. And these properties are the same properties as in the inspector panel. You can use position, rotation, scale and others and change their values in GDScript code. A node 2D is an example, and you can see these properties are the same properties as in the inspector panel. This is enough for the first episode. Thanks for watching, and you can watch the next episodes about creating a 2D platform game using Godot Engine. Thanks for watching.